We did a whole bunch of covering that whole Paul Pelosi thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not think it was as serious as I saw in the little sneak peek.
An hour of breaking news here on Outnumbered, and it continues as we get in more materials that the judge has released in the Paul Pelosi attack in San Francisco at the home he shared with his wife, former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. And unlike when we first saw this video coming in, it's not just surveillance video outside the home. Now we get to see inside the home and the attack exactly as it was about to happen and moves into motion with police trying to break it up and save Paul Pelosi's life. I'm going to give a little lead up this time. This is graphic and this is jarring. This has just been released. We will share it now.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
How are you?
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
Now, look, what in the world is going on with this guy up here mentally? If the police say, drop the hammer, he says, nope. What? The police are standing in front of you, bruh. Drop the daggone hammer. Nope.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope.
The dude said, nope. Who in the hell tells the police, nope? Drop the hammer. Nope. Drop the gun. Nope. What? What do you mean, nope? Okay, then I'll just go ahead and about my business. Sorry for bothering you.
Hey.
What is going on right now?
I'm not getting an answer on call.
Bro. Ow! Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Look. Oh, Lord. This was wild, bro. This was wild, man. That big boy swinging that hammer like that. Listen, this is a big fella. Look how big that brother is. That's a big boy. Swinging that daggone hammer like that. Come on now. He could have been swinging a daggone paper towel roll at somebody and would have hurt him. As big as he is. What in the hell? Okay, time out. What in the hell was wrong with the police? Can you put the hammer down? Nope. What's going on in here? I mean, what type of party you guys got going on? I mean, what's happening here? What are we missing? The officers sound way too damn friendly. Way too friendly. What am I missing here? The police are approaching this guy way too casually. Way too casually. And he said, hey, what's going on here? Can you put down the weapon? Nope.
Man.
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right now?
I'm not getting an answer on call.
Bro.
I got him, Michael. Edward 14, Edward 10, backup code 3.
It looks like Paul Pelosi was knocked out. It looks like he's knocked out. He wasn't moving. I don't know if y'all saw that, but his feet was not moving. And the dude was laying on top of him at that point because they tackled him, but he wasn't moving. That's ridiculous. I'm with you, best auntie ever. I don't care which side you are on at this point. This right here was nuts. And we're not even done. Y'all got to explain to me what the hell was going on in the minds of them police officers. What? Can you put down the hammer? Nope. You guys are nuts. What's going on in here? What? How's that your next question after telling him to put down the hammer that clearly they are trying to wrestle from one another? Where was the action? I get it. You was called there for a daggone alarm, probably because the window was busted out by a daggone by the hammer. Come on, man.
Edward 10, medics code 3 as well. You got it?
Sorry, 14 number 2, medic code 3.
Is he snoring? This brother is snoring, man.
All right, we're trying to figure out not only what we see, but what we hear. Because you see a shoe lifted, a tennis shoe, that we think is of the suspect, David DePape. And he also is, so perhaps tasering was involved there. But what we know is the lifting of the hammer, and you see that attack.
One thing that stood out to me on the second viewing, I don't know if you guys saw this, Pelosi, he's tethered to DePape, but he almost goes for the wrist of DePape as if to try and prevent DePape from committing the act. So to me, that looked like to a certain extent it slowed down DePape's windup and ultimate hit. And look, we don't know the medicals at this point in conjunction with the video, but pure speculation here. If that slowed down the force, and we've talked about how much force he was using trying to break in, that may have saved Pelosi's life.
But what counters that is the fact that Paul indeed was pulling away. So as we know and we're taught in self-defense classes, what's counterintuitive is you lean into a punch. Yeah. You lean into a blow because that the force is absorbed before the brunt of it, right? Earlier, sooner. So we saw Paul jerk away. There was that sort of that struggle. It seemed we thought he was initially tethered, whether he was holding him, whether the zip ties were involved. He yanks free, pulls back, and then after that horrific windup that we saw DePape engaging him, that's why I think the brunt of a full arc is what I'm trying to say, because Paul Pelosi had pulled away. And he was a big man also. We saw really a brute force against what was also a tall but elderly gentleman with a fragile skeleton, just like all of us.
Well,
let me tell you something. Emily Campagno, when did people on the damn news start looking like this? And you're a lawyer? Like, let me stop. I love my wife, but my God. Okay, but here's the thing. Anybody who ever are in a situation like that where you believe that, like, if someone has a knife or something like that, forget that. The police should have been physically intervening way before they did. That shouldn't have happened. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. It shouldn't have. And the police, I'm glad they was there. I'm glad they slowed it down, because I'm glad they came to the house, because looking at how ridiculous this dude was and how nuts this big dude was, it might have been a murder going on that they'll be talking about right now.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that we were all reacting to previously before the commercial, Molly, was how big the suspect, DePape, was.
Yeah, and the clarity of the body cam video that was released. You know, you see it just framed in the doorway, mere seconds unfolding, where it's clear the police are trying to untangle what exactly is going on here, because the voices initially, it's as if everyone's trying to downplay this situation where this weapon is in the middle of it all. And then it unfolds so swiftly. And as you mentioned, Pelosi himself probably took actions that helped to save his own life.
One action that he could have taken to save his own life is by being armed, by having a gun in the house. Because none of that would have happened if Paul Pelosi would have came downstairs and seen him over there and the glass being broken out and coming downstairs. There would have been a little bit of pum going on, and none of this would have happened. Yeah, officers, thank y'all for coming. Could you please clean this up, get this out of my daggone living room so I can get back to bed?
Kennedy.
They're trying to de-escalate. You know, they're trying to assess and ask what happened calmly, instead of freaking the suspect out and having him burst into action even sooner. I mean, he had more mental clarity than I think had been assigned to him when we were first hearing about this. But
that's interesting.
Also, looking at this, I still don't understand why they kept this from public view. Yes, it is disturbing, but all of these things would have helped to depoliticize the narrative here. And I think that's incredibly important. And
I'm going to say it. I'm going to damn say it, because nobody's saying it right now. When this story first came out, I was getting reports that this dude right here was butt naked. No, not butt naked. Had on his underwear at the house when they came. One of them had on their underwear because they're home. When he first went into the house, he didn't have on his underwear. Dude had on clothes. When he was in the house, he had on clothes. Why do people always like to change up stories and whatnot so they can fit a narrative that best suits them? And then they feed it out to the public because they don't believe that, well, they probably don't believe you're going to find the truth out, or they just don't care if you find the truth out. And you're probably thinking, this is not important. I mean, this is only some people said that. No, everybody was saying it. I did videos on them. I've done videos on them. I've heard it from the Fox News. I've heard it from conservative twins. I've heard it from a few people talking about Joe Rogan's show. He was just reporting what he heard. Who started this dumb rumor that they had on their underwear? Had me doing videos and had me writing tweets about his lover beating the hell out of him. Was that his lover? I don't know. It didn't seem like dude busted through the back door with a daggone pause. Through one of the back glass doors with a hammer. That don't sound like a lover to me. Somebody need to cover that part. Ain't nobody saying we were wrong, but no, there's still stuff all across all across the internet where people are saying his lover. There's new footage out of Paul Pelosi's lover attacking him. Still hanging on to the same damn narrative to try to sensationalize it. Is to try to make it bigger than it actually is. That's the type of stuff that I don't trust, man. I don't like that at all, especially being someone who's new to trying to understand it all. And this is what I'm fed. I'm seeing lies from everywhere, not only on the left either.
But also, it's informative for other people who hold high office that you have to protect yourself and your families better. You know, you have to know that there are crazy, evil people who intend to do great harm, unfortunately.
I refuse to believe, and it's just hard to fathom, Kennedy, that with all of the national security risk documents and all the things that people in Congress read, that they don't already know that.
Yeah.
And the speed.
Incredibly naive.
Sometimes you don't know it until you see it. Sometimes you don't know what is possible for one human being to do to someone you know and love until you see that happening before your eyes.
All right, Todd, 10 seconds.
I think Paul Pelosi deserves a lot of credit. We don't know what happened in the.
Them women, they are sharp. I love the way these ladies dress on this show, because this right here is a beautiful representation of how to present yourself as a young woman. This is how you do it. They don't look trashy. They don't look like anything. They just look classy, bro. They look professional. They look beautiful. They even got some sex appeal going on with them. But I do want to know how come neither one of them said anything about this couldn't have been his gay lover, because this right here just don't add up. The type of stuff we were talking about before is not adding up to what we're saying now based off of the videos. So who fed them the information to make them put that stuff out there?
Moments leading up to this, but it looks like he had de-escalated the situation up until that point, and that may have in fact saved his life.
Well, we will wait to find out exactly what's in the other materials, those investigative materials that the judge also ordered released today. So much more. Stay with us.
We have absolutely no answers as to why he was there in the first place. So my question to you is, was the Dems right? Did he come there looking for Nancy Pelosi? Did he come there hoping to get the big prize? Did he come there in representation of MAGA? No, he didn't sign it, and nobody hired him to do it. Nobody, said, okay, here's her address. Here, take $500 and you go do it, brother. And you're doing it for all of us. It could be. We don't know. We don't know. What we was first hearing about was he came in the house saying, where's Nancy? Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy? And the joke was, how did he do that? He was already in there with his daggone underwear on, and that's just what they like to do on Capitol Hill. And, it's just so much other things that was not this. It was not what we just now saw. Please do me a favor, if you still do things with your significant other, I got something to help you. All right, up there, right there. Go to LFRFamily.com, fill out a Bang Bang Tea form, and let me know what you'd like to get. I'll provide you some information, but please make sure you respond right back, and you'll be happy about it. And it also helps out the channel because these videos aren't receiving the same amount of ads that they was before. Not nearly, not even half. So it would be amazing if you did help out. That would be dope.